Lane Johnson, 10 years in the league, a third of them he's been a Pro Bowler, has not allowed a sack on a snap this year. In fact, he hasn't allowed a sack since week 11 of 2020. And we love him. Lane Johnson joining us. Man alive, what a team you have. So, I mean, we've been saying this now for about go back to last year, is that I'm tired of hearing people criticize Jalen Hurts. Dude's productive. Dude moves the sticks, the offensive line. Was there a moment for you, Lane, because he's a young quarterback and he's ascending. Was there a moment in his growth, Lane, that you turned to the guys and you're like, we got the guy. Like, this is going to work?
I just think last year with how we responded, after not having a great start, I feel like we were resilient. And I feel like really this offseason we made a big leap. I feel like everybody, but Jalen really, has always worked. He's always had that approach. And I feel like just the pieces that we've added has just helped him in his transition. And obviously nothing can really take place for experience. And the more reps that he's getting, the more he's going to exceed. And, I feel like just the guys that we have to help the quarterback, are making unbelievable plays too.
Lane, he is a mobile quarterback. So as a dominant offensive lineman like you're a top 5 tackle in the game. As a dominant offensive lineman, would you rather have the classic pocket guy and always know what's behind you? Or do you like the fact that you 3 seconds into this thing, you may be off and running downfield? Like, how is it for you to have Jalen as a quarterback?
I love it. I think the more dynamic you can be, the better you can present a problem to the defense. So having him back there, even with our zone read stuff and having to account for him, it changes the perception of the defense. It changes sometimes the rush plan of the defensive line. Sometimes these guys don't want to break contain and run the hump. I feel like the Saints when we played them last year. So everybody has a different way of attacking him, but for me, it's exciting, especially whenever, something may break down and he can scamper and make a first down or make plays with his legs. I think that just makes our offense that much more dynamic and versatile.
I have to admit when I'm wrong. I do a segment every week called Colin Right, Colin Wrong. So when I'm wrong, I just say, I whiffed. I watched Nick Sirianni's opening press conference, and I said, oh, good hell, he's not ready for this room. This is all alpha males in that room. He's nervous. Well, whatever's happening, it is working. So you're in the room. What is his coaching style?
He's a great communicator. And so even with stuff that happens in the media, like he even said, hey, my first impression in Philly wasn't good. Hey, let's go learn from the tape. So, he'll make fun of himself. He'll critique himself. And then, usually when it comes to practice, everything is very serious. So, we have a win-loss rate, who won the day, offense versus defense. When we have team meetings, you go in the room and, you have to be accountable in each play. So we'll go through each clip. You'll have, who had an error on this play. So it's out there for everybody to see. But what I think that does, it makes everybody accountable, and I think it sets a good example just for the whole room. But I think what makes him exceptional is just him and the coaching staff. We just have great communicators. So anything there may be problems with gets addressed early and often, and that's like that every day. So I feel like for a team, that's it's really beneficial for us.
It's interesting. A lot of times in the NFL, you don't go against the ones a lot. But you do occasionally, and because Jalen Hurts is so dynamic, nobody's talking about your defense. And Carson Wentz was under duress every snap. So when you go against your ones defensively, you're better than I thought you would be. What's the secret sauce on that side?
We have a great D line. You look at Fletcher Cox, you look at Javon Hargrave. Jordan Davis, Hassan, Josh Sweat, with Jordan Davis, if he can eat up the center, maybe a guard, you're going to isolate Javon Hargrave. You're going to isolate Fletcher Cox. These guys are going to have more one-on-one opportunities. And this game's really all about matchups. So you're trying to get, your talent on their talent. And I feel like our D-line's really made a big step these past 2 weeks, really had an exceptional game this past week. I feel as far as the O-line, I feel like we can need to be a more complete unit there in the second half. I feel like the first half, we've been more dominant and not played as well in the second half. So that's something that, we got to focus on. And, when you play really good teams, every possession counts. Has not allowed a sack since 2020. Lane Johnson, who's going to get Hall of Fame votes. He's 10 years in and he's got years left. It's you have played for one of the great fan bases, Oklahoma, and now for Philadelphia. I mean, rabid, crazy. And listen, it wasn't a great week for Oklahoma. I'm not going to rub it in. Not going to do that. I'm above that, Lane. But Philadelphia, like Oklahoma, they're crazy. This is kind of a weird question, but when you're an offensive lineman, I understand like receivers, they're always looking up at the crowd. But does an offensive lineman feed off a crowd? Are you into that as much as a star receiver?
Yeah.
Because a receiver or a corner's off by themselves, and when they make a play, the whole world sees it. You're kind of in that mush in the middle. Do you feed off crowds?
Definitely. And especially like when a receiver makes a play, a big-time play, it's me sitting back when the ball's in the air after my block and he catches it. There's not a better feeling knowing that I get to exit the drive and catch some air. And, it's a shorter drive for me. And then, the running back scoring is like tip of the hat to the O-line. But, no, when it comes down to it, it's all about the fans. And whenever, there's a good day at the link, whenever we're rocking and rolling, there's really nothing that takes place for us. So, yeah, that's what keeps you coming back. I love the energy of the fans and the electricity. And it's really hard to, get that anywhere else.
All right, Lane, congratulations. You always make time for us. We love you for it, and I appreciate it again, man. Congratulations. This team is absolutely for real. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You bet. And did you see that I did not bring up the Oklahoma thing?
Yeah, just very kind of you.
Very kind of me.
I just got a text, Colin. When the Packers are 6-1, will they be in Colin's hierarchy?
Okay. So I have the Jags 11, Packers 12. You cannot score one touchdown in 3 games in the second half in a weapons league and make the top 10. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.